Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today's meeting once again. I hope I'm properly audible and visible to all of you, and my screen is also visible. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you once again to today's meeting. I'll be giving a few more minutes so that the rest of the audience can join as well, and then we'll begin with today's webinar. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. It's a great day to see all of your faces, and it's me, Varun Krishna. I'm once again here to explain about our new updates and release, which was released, all the new updates which were released in the previous week. And right now we have different, tracking methods, different types of templates, different reminder settings, all of these things. So we'll be going to all of these new updates bit by bit. So as you can see that I'm sharing my screen, let me show you our new releases, which was released on 23rd of September. So I will go through one by one. So the first feature update, Delegate Like a Pro, will be talking about the new power which was acquired by the series manager and the different roles that you will be able to assign to your sub users there. Then we'll be discussing about a new field which was introduced related to custom field and how you'll be able to, introduce email validations into that. And then we have set timely reminders for two sections or two modules. That is for manufacturing, and the next one is for lead. When it comes to enhancements, you can see that the bill status in PDF. So add the waiting for approval watermark to unapproved bills using a revamped template builder V2. And then we'll be looking into aesthetic overhaul, a freshly designed tab for both users and roles, as well as for document section. Then something that we have done with inventory adjustments. So if the change is negative, the stock value column becomes read only. I'll be showing you that what kind of changes takes place, what kind of a new feature that we have introduced there. Then we'll be discussing about something more about template builder V2. Amounting words can be turned on, turned off. Then some small bugs that we have resolved when it comes to customer and supplier trend report. Then some few hiccups that we have faced when it comes to smart view for lead quotation, as well as a few line breaks that we have encountered when it comes to a proposal text also. So we'll be discussing about all these updates which were released on 23rd of last month. All right. So we'll get back to things. EalSuite evolution, delegate, track, and manage your business like a pro. So let me just explain all the different tools that we have in our Teams platform. If you're coming across any doubts, you will be able to post your questions in the Q&A section, as well as we have a chat section enabled. So you'll be able to write down anything, whatever kind of doubts that you are having regarding the product, regarding the new updates, or some previous updates, feel free to write it there in the chat box as well. And at the very end, I'll be catering to all of your doubts and queries. So if you're having any doubts in between, use the raise hand option also. If you appreciate all those updates, you can use the reaction icons as well. And you'll be able to respond to me for all of those updates that I'm explaining to you. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining in the timely manner itself. Let's get started with our first update. Delegate like a pro, empowering users. So with EalSuite's new series manager role, you can delegate tasks and responsibilities to your team members more effectively. I'll be showing you how we can do this, what kind of a new feature have we added here. And this feature right now allows you to assign individual users to manage specific series, right? So what does this provide us with? It provides us with improved employee engagement and better decision making. So the series manager roles gives your team and the whole members, can provide them more responsibility and ownership over their work, which can lead to increased engagement and motivation, as well as by giving your team members the authority to make decisions about their series. You can tap into their collective expertise and make better decisions overall. So let's get started. Yes. So right now you are in the dashboard of our software. Now we'll be starting from here. First of all, let's go to settings. And under general preferences, you will be able to see the series manager. Yes. So this is how the series manager view will be. And for different builds, for different modules, we can add new series. So all you have to do is you can go to add series and you'll be able to add it. Now, right now, I'll be working within the customer section itself. And under customer module, you have three different series. So you have the prefix starting with US, then we have the customer CUS a dash, and we have a PJT. Now, what have we added this time? We have added an assignees section, right? So this is me, Varun Krishna. If I'm going to create a new customer, I can do it like this also. If I'm going to create a new customer, the first question is, as you can see here, under series manager, under customer, we have three different series running, and it is assigned to none, and which is the default one. Default one is set as the one which has the prefix US. It starts with US. So yes, when you're trying to create a new customer, right next to the add contact, you can see the default one, which is US. Right now it is 0008, the suffix spot. But for me, who's a full administrator right now in this particular instance, have the access to all of these three, right? Now, what happens if I simply assign any of the series to myself, not to any other sub-user or to any other administrator, just to myself, and I want to roll with maybe PJT. So I'm assigning myself here and I'm submitting. So it is successfully submitted. I can return back to this customer creation page and I can reload this page. So right now, everybody will be wondering, have I changed the default one? No, the default still stays as US. See, this stands as a default one. But right now, the change is that I'm only able to see or I'm only able to work with this particular series that it starts with PJT, which is a suffix spot, and 00001. So this is the new addition here. Under series manager, you have the new field or the column to assign your users there. So I can assign myself, and this is a way in which everything works in EalSuite. If something is assigned to you, then you will only be able to work with that particular series or form or anything like that. If nothing is assigned to you, then you will be able to work with different series, right? So that's one thing. Now let's discuss a use case here and we'll complete this section. Imagine that I'm the administrator of an organization and I want one of my sub-user to only work with a single series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open an instance here. I'm going to bring it like this. See, right now this is not Varun Krishna. It's an entirely new user, and let's check one thing. Let's see which are the users present here, and I'll be able to log in with. Yes, you have an email ID, so I'm copying it, and his name is Matt Damon, somebody I know. So I'll be using his email ID, and I'll be trying to log in. So let's first of all discuss the kind of access that the sub-user has. So if we go back, maybe here. So the role has been assigned, that is project member, right? And if I go to roles and I go to manage and I can show you the project member thing. Something very important has to be done in this particular interface, because for this project member under customer, I've already given the access for viewing it, right? So right now, this is not it. Here it is. This is Matt Damon. And under sales, he does have the access to customer because I've provided the access to customer. I provided the view access to the customer. Now, for Matt Damon, the question is, can he create something? Can he create a customer here? No, he won't be able to create the customer because I'm not given the access to create the customer. So I can return back here. I can give the create access. Yes, it's updated right now. I'm going here. See, usually right next to the add filter, there should be a create option, right? I have assigned him the create option. Yes, good. Now, I'll be returning back to, yeah. So see, it was assigned to me a single series. Now, what I want to do is I'll be returning back to series manager. And if I want my sub user to just work with this particular CUS prefixed series, then I'll apply it like this. It will definitely get reflected for Matt Damon. When I click on create, you can see he'll only be able to work with this. So the use case is that if any of you, if you're the administrator and you want any of your sub user to just work with a single series, you will be able to assign it right now with our new update. That's the cool update that we have. Okay, so I hope it's clear to everyone. So you'll be able to work out like this. And if you don't want to assign anything, submit, everything is gone. All right. So that was our new update. I'll be just closing it. So that was all about Delegate Like a Pro. If you're having any doubts in between, please use the raise hand option. I'll be repeating it once again. Or you can simply write down whatever your doubt is in the chat box. I'll be catering to it. The next update that we have is custom email field tailored for your business need. So with our new update, create email custom fields that suits your business requirements and generate more meaningful outcomes. Now, right now, this becomes really flexible, efficient, and intuitive. So this is fairly very easy, right? Because we have so many different field types for custom fields. So we'll be going through that also one by one. So yes. So let's first of all go to the custom field section. Here under general preferences itself, you will be able to see the custom fields. So I'm selecting the custom field. So here, I'll be trying to create a new custom field. And the type is, let the type stay for the customer itself, or maybe for an invoice that we're creating, or anything like that. And yes, the field name, manager, email, or something like that. I can provide the field name like that. And now we are aware that we have a bunch of different field types, starting from text box, numbers, drop down, text area, date, so and so. And right now we have bought an email. So we assign the field type as email. We're not keeping any default values there. Show in bill view not enabled. It's not mandatory. And maybe, yes, we can include it in all forms while we're trying to create a new customer. So I'm submitting. So here you can see that the manager email has already, okay, I've already created it. So the one that I've created right now, maybe I'll delete this. Or maybe I'll edit this and I'll keep it as new. So we have two different names. All right. So none of the fields I've created is mandatory, right? And we have a manager email new and a manager email custom field created. So let's go to the customer view, list view page. And here I'll be creating a new customer. So see, I'll be able to use all the three of my forms because right now I have not assigned any, not the forms, the series, because I haven't assigned any series to me. So I can create a new customer, Harish, and let me just keep the GST registration type as a consumer. Not going to give any other values. And on the left side, you can see the manager email and the manager email new. Now, the manager email I created and the manager email new, both field types are email itself. So if I'm adding any kind of particular value into these fields, then there should be a validation, right? So let's see if you're adding some random value into these fields, whether EalSuite is picking it out and showing us whether there's an error or not. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'll put some random things into it, like this. Yes, it is picking it up, and it is showing that please enter a valid email address. So that is really important. It is definitely showing. So I need to add something in an email format itself. So let's do one thing. It's .yk@gmail.com. Okay, so it's working fine right now. And if I click on save, yes, it is getting saved. So Harish, a new customer, has been created. You can see the customer ID here. It was created, the time, date, everything is mentioned. What can we do? We can go to the custom field section and we will check. For manager email, which we have created right now, I haven't added any particular value, so it stays as NA. But the one which I've already edited, which I've already created earlier on, which was already present here, I added value to it and it is present right here. So you will be able to see it. So the validation is present just the way when we add email address, usually to a customer, right? Which is really important, right? Because you don't want to add any wrong data into an email field. So EalSuite right now have introduced an email field type for new custom fields that we can create. And we have also provided proper data validation there as well. So that's another new update. So I hope it was clear to everyone. That was all about custom email fields that we have bought. Next one is never forget timely reminders for manufacturing and leads. So a new update introduces timely reminders to stay on top of manufacturing and lead management, right? So your entire team will be informed and will be staying one step ahead. So what does this provide? It provides better time management, improved task workflow, and a collaboration between whatever is happening related to those reminders will be working in an organized manner. So I'll just show it to you. We're back here. So we were speaking about two different fields or two different modules to be specific. That was manufacturing and leads. So we'll do one thing in order to get a better, because we don't have a lot of leads created in this particular instance. So in that case, I'll do one thing. I'll bring this one here. Yes. So here we'll first go to the leads section. And we'll also open the manufacturing section, and we will see how and where we will be able to add the reminders properly. So yes, under leads, you can see there are so many leads present and the status, everything is present. So let's select one. So I'm going to go with this. Right at the top right, you will be able to see now, but just exclusively talking about the lead management section. On the top right, you will be able to see the reminder section. And maybe I'll set the reminder for this coming Saturday. And new reminder set for lead. Okay, I'm going to keep it as private. And I'm submitting. So where can I see this? Maybe we'll look into our dashboard, right? Yes, we can go to our dashboard and we'll be able to see the lead created. It's a very useful tool, right? It's already in your dashboard, so you will be, you'll be able to look into that. And even without the reminder coming on that particular day, in advance itself, you will be staying in touch with that. Okay, fine. So we'll keep it there right now for lead management, and we'll move on to manufacturing. Now, for manufacturing part, if I select a particular manufacturing detail, I'll be able to see this particular interface, and you won't be able to see any option to create a reminder here. So what can we do? We need to go to the manage part, the manage section. We have view, and then we have the reminder. So this is created by Tennyson. The BOM, the bill of material is for blue mask disposable. And let's do one thing. I'll create a reminder for this particular manufacturing tax that we had on the same basis. New reminder for manufac. Done. Let's click on submit. So a reminder saved successfully. I'm not going to go to the dashboard once again. We'll just clearly go to the reminder section and check whether both of those were created. Yes. As you can see here, for lead, the new reminder set for lead has been created for 7th of this particular month. And a new reminder for manufacturing has also been created. So last updated right now for both of it, properly created for manufacturing and lead. So we have introduced this. All right. So this is a new update regarding the reminder option that we have introduced for both manufacturing as well as for lead management modules. So like I was telling, better time management, improved task workflow, as well as collaborate easily. So achieving organizational goals is now easier with a well-organized workflow system. Stay in sync with your team to ensure timely delivery of everything because you're getting the proper reminders. So that was all the new feature updates that we had. Now we'll be moving into the enhancement section. Yes. Bill status in PDF. Stand out with our new revamped template builder videos. So we're bringing in something new again into the template builder V2, right? So make a statement with our template builder V2. Add the waiting for approval watermark to unapproved bills and improve clarity with our new feature. So, waiting approval and everything. Approval section, we have discussed about it a lot in our previous update. The approval section was really interesting. So we'll start off from there itself. So when I read this, it's really apparent for everyone about the watermark section for approval. So we'll be discussing about that. Yes. So under settings, under company setup, we had the approvals part. So in length, we discussed about the approval section last time. And I told you for multiple modules, we have the approvals available. And again, let's touch invoice itself. And I've enabled invoice approvals, but I have not restricted sharing of invoice right now. I've not set any approval value. The approver is going to be just me. Anyone can approve, but the approver's name, there's only one person in the list, and that's going to be me. And we'll just submit it like this. We'll keep it here. Now, what can I do? I need to, again, go to the template builder V2, which comes under other preferences. And yeah. So we are playing with invoice, right? So I'm going to select the custom invoice itself. And under document properties, you'll be able to see watermark for status, waiting approval / rejected. So you will be able to bring in both of that. Waiting approval for the invoice which is under waiting approval status and rejected for likewise. So let's keep it here. It's already been enabled. And for confirmation, we'll just save it right now. We'll go to some invoices, and we have one already under waiting approval from QRS Industries. Yes, so the total is 145.96. Now, we'll go to the PDF, view, and custom invoice is the one that we have saved, right? So let's see what happens. Yes, you can see the watermark here. It's waiting approval. So this is a new enhancement under the template builder V2 section. I've also talked about something extra, not only waiting approval. What happens if this particular bill itself goes into a status called rejected? So we'll just keep it here, and maybe I'll approve it, right? And then I'll mark it as cancelled. Or let's see if there's anything on the rejected part. Yes, there's already one in the rejected part, so we'll keep it there because I've canceled the earlier invoice. Yes, this was rejected by me itself. Custom invoice. Yes, rejected watermark. So both for rejected as well as waiting for approval, invoices, bills, different kinds of bills, you will be able to bring in such kind of watermarks. All right, really important. One really important thing that you have to check is that you will be having multiple templates there under the template builder V2. You will have to configure it properly and then check it out. All right. So that was another or the first enhancement that we had today. So watermark for approval, improved clarity as well as a user-friendly interface also. Yes. Next, aesthetic overhaul. Explore our fresh tab UI. So where have we brought in this fresh tab UI? It comes under both users and roles and under the document section. Yes. I'm not quite sure how many of you would have noticed it, prior to this meeting. I'm sure that, there's not the sub users because you won't be going to the settings section a lot. But document section is something that we are, on using on a very high note in EalSuite. We got so many applauds for that. Okay, so we'll go into the users and roles section first of all, and I'll be showing you that. And I'll also be selecting the document section. So yes, this is a new UI. See how the users roles and user policies placed right now. Maybe you're used to it because we have already bought this under the account section and everything. This is the same UI that I was talking about. And under my document section also, my files, recent files, shared with me, modules, organization public, and pre-cycle bin. Everything has been organized in such a way. So this is a new UI. You will be able to see it. Now, I'm sure that requests will be coming in to, bring in this enhancement to other modules also. So, definitely, we'll be taking it up as well. So, new enhancement there. Yes, I'll be closing it. Aesthetic overhaul is done. Next enhancement. This is really cool. Intelligent inventory, bringing clarity to inventory adjustment. So, our enhanced inventory adjustment feature is a game changer. Adjust inventory, get comprehensive item detail, and safeguard your process. So improved inventory adjustment, make intelligent inventory adjustment with more thorough data, our enhanced user interface, and improved templates as well. And we get a comprehensive item detail. Later, when you go to some reports section also, you will be able to get a comprehensive item detail there. Get better item detail visibility right from the inventory adjustment view page itself. An advanced feature to boost your productivity and positive change, safeguarding few things. The stock value column becomes read only if the change is negative, protecting against poor inventory management. If you are doing any poor inventory management, this is definitely going to help you. So where can we start? We'll first of all go into the item section and we'll look into it in detail. So there are a few details regarding items that we need to know. So that's the reason why I'll first of all go into the item section and we'll look into some items first and then we will decide. So I think there are a few items that I've created like nasal drops and maybe a Panasonic AA battery. We will be making some adjustments regarding Panasonic AA battery. So we'll fix that as the item and we'll work on it. So see, the cost price is not mentioned. The average cost price is mentioned, which is 58. The sales price is 0 and the available one is 25. So it is mentioned as pack. So maybe the item will be available to us in pack only, maybe a pack of 4, maybe a pack of 8, maybe a pack of 10, something like that. And for a single pack, the total cost is the average cost price for us is 58. So we'll be working on that. So let's do one thing. We'll make some adjustments. There are 2 adjustments you can see here. We'll be making a new adjustment. Right now, I'm not going to select any category. No, let's fix it there. And the product name is Panasonic AA battery. Okay, so what kind of adjustments can we make? We can make two types of adjustments, right? One can be positive, the other one can be negative. So now everybody need to look into the stock value column here. There's another additional information also comes in. We'll be talking about that. Let's make a positive adjustment. So the updated stock is 30. And earlier, I did close that page, right? Yes, Panasonic, we have the average cost price 58. You're making the adjustment. The stock value, what kind of adjustment are we making for those individual units? What is the stock value? Is it for a single unit or for the complete whole 5 adjustments? No, it's for a stock value for a single unit. See, you can come here and you can look at the information. Stock value of a single unit. So maybe I'll keep it as 55. All right, I can do it. What happens if I make a negative change? -5. Yes. If I make it -5, then the stock value column is just read only. See the difference? If I'm making a positive adjustment, I will be able to, type down whatever the average cost price is or the stock value of those individual units is. But if it's a negative adjustment, then intelligently, the system itself will look into the average cost price and it will take it up. So I'm doing a negative adjustment. The updated stock is here. I don't have to change anything. It's an intelligent thing done by the system itself. So a new enhancement. Now here, what does this information provide us with? Okay, this information provides us with the product detail itself. So the description is, yes, one pack has 8 batteries. It's a Panasonic AA battery. And yes, the GST, HS, and everything, if you have given those values, you'll be able to see it. The stock detail is mentioned here. It is under the default warehouse itself. The remaining quantity is 25 and the amount is 58. Now, under invoices, I haven't made any invoices, so I haven't sold it to anyone. From where did I purchase? Yes, the supplier detail is here, and the item is bought for 58 per unit, in this case per pack, and the total price has also been mentioned here. See, so in this way, I don't have to provide a stock value. I can simply, save it. Everything is done. So this is the next adjustment that we have made. And the new update, another new update is when I come to this list view and I click on this inventory adjustment, what can I see? I can see an inventory adjustment of -5 and a stock value also. So the stock value was not visible to us. That particular detail was not initially shown to us. So this is another new enhancement. That's the reason why I told you it's a very interesting and a very cool enhancement as well. Right? So yes. Anything more that I want to add? It's a very good question. Anything more? Maybe I can. Maybe I can go to the report section. And if I go to the inventory section, let's go to the inventory adjustment log. Yes, under inventory adjustment log for this month. Yes, today I've made an inventory adjustment, which is this Panasonic AA battery for a pack of 5. The adjustment is -5. The stock value, yes. The stock value was 58, right? See? Yes, the average cost price was 58. And under inventory adjustment log, the report also is shown like this. So the total stock value, which has been adjusted, 58 into 5. So that will come out to be 290. Since it's a negative adjustment, the total stock value has been decreased by 290. So a very good enhancement, I would say. Very interesting enhancement, a useful one. All right. So that was all about the new enhancement that we bought in with regards to inventory adjustment. The next one is tailored templates. Fewer words, and which provides better clarity. So when does fewer words provide us with better clarity? A template builder V2 now has an option to turn off the amount in words for bills. Experience more flexibility and clarity without, compromising efficiency. So we can customize the templates, eliminate unnecessary information. It provides an enhanced experience. So let's see how does it provides an enhanced experience. Okay. So we'll again be going to a template builder V2 section. So let's play with invoice itself. We'll stick with invoice itself. And under document properties, I showed you watermark for status for waiting approval rejected, a new enhancement. Coming under header and footer section, you see bold company, bold customer. This was another enhancement that we had. Conversion detail, we talked about conversion details in length in the previous update or the previous release. And right now, if you come under the table section, you can see amount in words. For custom invoice, I'm talking about the template's name. You can see that the amount in words is enabled. So if I don't want that to be present in my invoice, I can disable it. I can I'll directly click on save and we'll go to the invoice section and select any particular invoice. And just to make sure that in this invoice template, under tables, the amount in words is enabled. So we'll look into this particular invoice. I'm not going to select a cancelled one. Let's select a paid one. Yes. Ha. So we will first look into invoice template one, where amount in words is enabled. And then we will look into custom invoice where the amount in words is disabled. Okay. So yes, amount in words 1,930 rupees only. And this one, you won't be able to see that. Now basically the template is in fact different. So yeah, the table design or anything like that will be different. But don't look into that detail. Don't look into the formatting of things. See this particular difference. Amount in words is missing because we have disabled it. If you want to disable it, let's discuss a use case. We'll discuss about something happens within our own home or anything like that. If there's a new electronic equipment, a set of equipments that has to be fixed at our home or has to be configured at our home, and if somebody's providing you a quotation and he's providing us multiple options for that, that is not the fixed or the exact quotation, right? They're giving us multiple options and we're selecting something from it, and then they'll be giving us the real quotation, how much it will cost. So during such kind of periods, they don't want to add the amount in words because that is not really relevant in that scenario. Such situations and all you will be able to use. That's it. So this custom invoice is a really custom one because you can look at the terms and everything. Played with that. Yeah. So yes, that's all about the tailored templates, which can provide us with more clarity. So with that, we'll be winding up our enhancement section also. Now we'll be looking into our resolved issues. First one, data deep dive. Is a glitch obstructing the self data for customer and supplier trend report? It's history now. I won't be able to show this because you won't be able to see the bug right now. That's one thing. Let me explain this setup. Right now, you're looking at an admin's view. You'll be able to see everything. Imagine if there's a sub-user. Okay, you don't want to imagine. We do have a sub-user, so I'll be showing it like that. Okay, this is a sub-user, right? And his role is a project member. If I try to edit this project member, and if I keep the self data on and I submit, then question is, Matt Damon is a user's name. Which all customer will he be able to see? And the answer to this question is, he'll only be able to see the customers that he have created. Right? If the self data is on and I'm submitting it, he'll only be able to see the customers that he have created. So in that case, if he goes to some reports, so which are the reports that you are talking about? Customer trend and supplier trend report. If we go to this report right now, I'll be able to see every report because I have the full admin access. I'll be able to see all of those customers. But in this situation, Matt Damon will only be able to see, or that sub-user will only be able to see all of these details that you have right in front of in your screen associated with the customers that he has created. but that was not the case. He was able to see all of those details. But when it comes to these two reports, so we have enhanced, we have corrected. So that was the bug. So I hope it is clear. Next one. Yeah, flawless flow. The hiccup that prevented the lead code smart view from loading when the lead details were involved has been eradicated. Now I'll show it to you what that particular scenario is. If I go to the leads quotation section, there's only a single lead created here, right? So in that case, we'll go to a different instance. Yeah. So under lead quotes, this is a smart view. The name is primary view. We'll go to the edit view section and see. And I'm talking about all of these fields: lead ID, lead company, lead name, lead data. Anything which has a lead prefix associated with it. If any of those fields were present in this view, it's properly getting loaded. See the lead ID? It's properly getting loaded. Initially, for some users, that was not the case. It was not properly getting loaded. So we have resolved that also. A very small bug. Okay, we can close it. Sorry. The last one, precision text. Those pesky lost line breaks in proposal text while editing. We have ironed them out for a seamless editing experience. So this is all about proposal text. And if I'm creating an invoice, a new invoice, okay, no, I'll be creating a quotation. I mean, right? I can create a lead quotation first. So yeah, here it is. Let's keep it in the draft state itself. Nothing more to add. We hope this quotation works for you. And I'm also, okay, now next line and the very next line, new line added. Okay, let's keep it like this. Room charge, whatever it may be. Okay, I'll save it. So this is a quotation. See, this is a space. We have a space or a single line in between. We hope that this quotation works for you. And there's another line. And the very next line, we have the new line added. Okay, everything was fine. The view page, everything was fine when the user also created a similar quotation. But when he had to edit it, and when he went back to the proposal text box, he saw that it was placed like this. There was no line in between. So system itself kind of deleted that particular line of spacing or something like that. So we have corrected that because we have corrected it. That's the reason why when I opened it, you saw it like this. So that was, I'm going to save it and I'm going to close it. So that was about all the issues that we have resolved as well. So we discussed about a lot of things. Let's just go back to some of our feature updates and we'll start off from there. We start off from delegate like a pro. We first spoke about the series manager and something that we have added for series manager, that was the option to assign users. And I did discuss about a use case also, how you will be able to assign sub users and restrict the series for them. You can assign it to you itself, but if you haven't assigned anything, then you will be able to see all the different series. The next one was the custom email field. Now you can create new custom field and the field type can be emails. We will be providing, also will be providing a validation there also while you're adding details to it. Never forget timely reminders for manufacturing and leads. You will be able to create reminders for manufacturing and lead management right now. And keep this in your mind for manufacturing. You won't be able to open the manufacturing detail on the manage section on the very right itself. You will be able to add the reminder. Next, enhancements, bill status in PDF. You will be able to provide watermarks for waiting for approval as well as for rejected bills. Then we have enhanced the UI for both users and roles as well as for document section. Then inventory adjustment. For all those positive inventory adjustments, you will be able to add the stock value for a single unit. But if it's for a negative adjustment, you don't have to add it. It will be a read-only column. And also, if you go to the information button right close to it, you will be able to get all the item details, the purchase, the invoice, all of those summaries there. As well as when you save it, return back to the inventory adjustment list view. And if you select that particular inventory adjustment, you will be able to see how much adjustment, units that you have made, also the stock value or the average cost associated with it, even if it's for a negative inventory adjustment. Next one, the tailored template. You will be able to remove, enable or disable the amount inverts for all those bills and some of the resolved issues with regards to customer and supplier trend report regarding the lead quotation smart view as well as our proposal text as well. So these were the different feature updates, enhancements, as well as some of the issues that we resolved in our previous release, which was released on 23rd of September. I hope that most of you are using all of these new enhanced features that we have. And after this webinar, since you have watched it, you don't have any doubts. And if you are having any doubts, now it's just time to speak. You will be able to post in your questions in the Q&A section, as well as we have the chat option as also enabled. You will be able to go through that and you will be able to ask me. I'm happy to assist. And also we have a dedicated support team to help you as well. Even after the webinar, you will be able to support them and we will be catering to your queries. So I'll be giving you a few moments to think about it. So I guess there isn't a lot more for me to discuss, right? Not seeing any questions or anything in the chat. I hope everything is yes. Thank you very much for that. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for those comments. So I guess that's it for this week. We'll again be meeting in the coming weeks with our new updates. Thank you, everyone, once again for attending. As always, try out our latest updates. If you are not able to figure something out, then please reach out to our support team. If there's any sort of questions regarding the new updates, previous updates, reach out to our support team. And also, thank you very much for considering EalSuite as your financial accounting software or your ERP software.